Well, Pakistan has been directed to immediately take corrective measures with regards to terrorism and terror havens that it allows to flourish on its soil. But as far as the Indian armed forces are concerned, the first call for ceasefire came from Pakistan's side. There are also reports that Pakistan had earlier reached out to the United States seeking an end to the war. In fact, on the news hour last night, former diplomat to the UK ambassador Yash Sinha has made a new revelation, saying that it was actually Pakistani Army Chief Asim Munir who had directly dialed the US Secretary of State seeking help and seeking immediate ceasefire with India.
President Donald Trump on Saturday said he'd got them together. Today he says he helped them get together. The Prime Minister has made it clear. The first call actually came in from the DGMO of Pakistan wanting to set aside the war because 13 places were targeted, many air bases completely blown away. Pakistan was the one running helter-skelter to try and get a reprieve?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, what is not known is that General Asim Munir actually dialed Rubio, not the other way around, because the attacks on the 10th that we carried out were decimated their confidence about the damage.
You're breaking big news. Asif Munir, the Pakistan general, actually called the United States seeking help.
Because there was earlier talk with Mr. Ishaq Dar, the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister, but you know that a civilian government in Pakistan doesn't count for anything.
Well, Pradeep, this is big. However, time and again, as General Asim Munir is the one just days before the Pahalgam terror attack went on an anti-India hate rant, it seems to have now gotten as far as panic that seems to have spread across the ranks and file of the Pakistani military. And that is why he seems to be begging for mercy.
Yes, sir. Absolutely right. Somewhere it appeared that when he carried out that Pahalgam massacre with the help of the proxies, he had no idea that what kind of consequences the Pakistan will have to face. Somewhere I think at that time he was underestimating might of Indian military. But finally, when Indian military was able to hit in their heartland, in Lahore as well as in Rawalpindi and other length and breadth of Pakistan, decimating and demolishing many of their air bases, about 11 in number. And that was the time when they started shivering down the spine and trembling. Pakistan had no other option because he realized it will be really difficult because there are so many stories coming up. It is said that when Noor Khan base was hit, he had no other option but he had to hide in one or so bunkers for about 2 to 3 hours. That was the time when he said to have called Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State in the United States of America, and he asked him that they should convince India for ceasefire. It was only on May 10th, finally, at about 3:35 p.m. Indian Standard Time, DGMO from the Pakistan called the counterpart on Indian side, and he was begging for ceasefire because they were completely on knees. They knew that India this time is not going to leave them. They had already hit them in the
having the upper hand here has issued clear directions to the Pakistani DGMO with regards to any kind of misadventure that would be responded even in a forceful and a manner in which that Pakistan, it would go beyond their imagination. And this is a warning that has now been issued. Remains to be seen how Pakistan actually lives up to the talks that it held with the counterpart of the Indian DGMO.